Hi class, and welcome to lesson 2.3, graduated state tax. Graduated income tax. Some states have a graduated income tax, which is a system that increases the tax rate at different levels of income. This tax sets a different rate for each of several levels of income. The tax rate increases as income increases. The tax rate on low income is usually 1 to 3%, and the tax rate on high incomes may be as much as 10%. Okay, so when I'm doing this, this is going to be very similar to what we did in section 1.7 with graduated commission, where you had each of those different levels. And as my sales increase, so did what I earn. Well, this is a very similar. As how much I earn increases, the more I am taxed. So one state that has it, which you may not know, is North Dakota. Ours is really low though. Ours is less than 3% for all levels. So North Dakota does have a very low state income tax rate. Okay, so how I find my tax withheld per pay period. Again, you find your annual tax withheld, and you're going to divide it by the number of pay periods per year. Okay, so question for you to think about: do you think everyone should pay the same tax rate? Why or why not? And the thing with this question is there is no wrong answer. It is your opinion. So that's just something that you should think of. Okay, let's look at example 1. We only have 2 examples with this. Okay, so Luisa's Main's annual salary as a police officer is $34,500. She receives her pay semi-monthly, and remember that means I get it twice a month. Her exemptions total $2,000. Use figure 2.3 to determine how much her employer deducts for state income tax from each of her semi-monthly paychecks. Okay, so first thing I need to do when dealing with state tax, just like what you did with 2.2, is I need to find my taxable wage. Okay, so I notice she makes $34,500. And I need to subtract her deductions, or her exemptions. So here it is $2,000. Okay, so her taxable wage is $32,500. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out, how much state tax. So now I need to figure out my state income tax. Well, this one's going to be a bracket. So if you need to, think about these like those pockets, like that video we watched. Okay, so her first 1,000. Okay, so I'm just going to draw these pockets in to help you. So here's 0. So up to 1,000, okay, is at 1.5%. So that's 0.015. The next 2,000, so 1,000 plus 2,000, that gives me 3,000, is taxed at 3%, so 0.03. The next 2,000, so 3,000 plus 2,000 is 5,000, is taxed at 4.5%. And anything over 5,000 is taxed at 5%, so 0.05. So here at the end, I'm going to put her taxable wage. Okay, so here's her taxable wage. Nope, that is too many zeros. Okay, so now I'm actually going to go ahead and fill it out. So in this first pocket, 0 to 1,000, I have $1,000, and I'm taxed at the rate of 1.5%. Okay, plus, from the pocket from 1 to 3,000, that's $2,000. That's taxed at 3%. Plus, from 3 to 5,000, again, that's 2,000. That's taxed at 4.5%. Okay. Now, from 5,000 to 32,500, how much is in that pocket? Again, figure out how much is each pocket, I need to subtract. 32,500 minus 5 is 27,500, and that's taxed at 5%. So now all I need to do is I'm going to put this in my calculator. You could do each one individually, so that's 15 plus 60 plus 90 plus 1375. Okay. If you have a little bit more fancier calculator though, you can just plug it all in. Either way you do that though is I get $1,540. Now remember, this is annual state income tax. Okay. Now, our question though wasn't asking for annual. It said determine how much her employer deducts from each of her semi-monthly paycheck. Okay. Well, since I want to know for the paycheck, remember, I want to use that equation. I take my annual salary and I divide it by the number of paychecks. So here's how much state tax I've had deducted for the year. I'm paid by monthly, so that's 24 paychecks. So per check, if I wanted to check my pay stub to make sure I had the correct amount of taxes being taken out, I should have $64.17 approximately taken out of her paycheck. So $64.17 is deducted from her semi-monthly paychecks. Okay, so drawing those pockets is really going to help anytime you're dealing on a graduated system. Okay, so let's go ahead and do another example. So Eddie is single and receives his pay bi-weekly. His annual salary as a tailor is $21,350. How much tax is withheld per pay period? Okay, so first thing we're going to do is figure out my taxable wage. That's always step one. So the taxable wage is $21,350. Okay, well, we know he's single. It doesn't mention anything about dependents, so we're just going to assume single. Again, I'm going to get this from my chart. Here's my exemptions. If you're single, $2,000. So I'm subtracting 2,000, and I get 19,350. So this right here is my taxable wage, and that's what you use. Okay. Now I need to figure out, well, how much is my state income tax? Okay. Well, again, I'm looking at those brackets. Okay. So you have the 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, and at the end I'm going ahead and putting my taxable wage. The rates stay the same, so 1.5%, 3%, 4.5%, and 5%. Okay, so let's go ahead and calculate this. So then 0 to 1,000, that's $1,000. 1 to 3,000, that's 2,000. And again, I'm just subtracting to get that difference. 3 to 5, there's a $2,000 difference. That's at 4.5%. Well, from 5,000 to 19,350, that's 14,350. That's at 5%. When I add that all up, I should get, okay, I'm running out of room. I should get $882.50. So again, that's annually. I want to know per pay period. Well, he receives bi-weekly. So if I'm bi-weekly, that's 26 paychecks. So I'm going to take $882.50 divided by 26, and I get $33.94. So this should be approximately what is taken out of my paycheck, every paycheck, in my state tax. Okay, so for this last example, I would like you guys to do it on your own and then come back and check. Welcome back. Okay, so let's see how we did. So I have my taxable wage. I know she's $67,500. She's married and has one dependent. So $67,500. Married is $4,000. And again, I'm just getting from that from the chart on the previous slide. One dependent is $2,000, so minus $2,000. Okay, so that gives me a taxable wage of $61,500. So again, I'm going to use those brackets, and since I can see them here, I'm just going to use that here. So my state income tax, so I have 1,000 times 0.015 plus 2,000 times 0.03 plus 2,000 times 0.045. Well, I have 61,500 minus 5,000. That gives me 56,500, and that's taxed at 5%. When I plug all of that into my calculator, I should get $2,990. Okay, so again, remember that money is annual. I want to know how much is withheld per pay period. Lydia's paid monthly. Okay, so I'm going to take $29,900 and I'm dividing that by 12 because that's how many months there are in a year. So approximately per pay period, I should have $249.17 taken out of my paycheck. Okay, so if you would like more examples, refer to your packet of success to work those out, and you should be looking over the North Dakota state tax because you will do a problem like that using our tax bracket. Okay, have a great day, and if you have any questions, let me know.